Hello everybody and welcome back to Anno 1800. My name is TStrat and we're here in Ditchwater, the headquarters of Executive Industries. Last we left off, we were in a bit of a bind as funds just seemed to be leaking out of our economy, and I figured out the solution to our problems had to be something along the lines of people need more booze. So we set up a few different production chains. We got the foundations ready to have beer imported in, and I let it sit for a bit. I also kind of tweaked some stuff. So over on our island of Sojourner, I actually just upped the production. So I have the full 6 hops going. I got 4 actual distilleries set up. And the reason for this was because I noticed in the production chain, we can actually see, if I get this back up, we can actually see here in our production chain, if I get Sojourner and Ditchwater together, and I scroll to the bottom, we have 4 and 4. So we're producing just enough for both these islands together. Not actually enough for, I believe, all 3. Although these don't require, Opportunity actually doesn't require beer yet, but they will. So we will need to up our production in the future, but right now we're using all of it. 4 hops, 4 distilleries, good to go. Additionally, our balance, it's not fixed. It's not completely fixed, but it's stable in the positive, and that's the important part. I switched around some stuff, so this ship is now, doing grain and I believe schnapps drop off. This ship, which was originally doing soap, is now just running beer. So we'll have to change the name of this. But they're just going to grab the beer from here and throw it back. And then I have another clipper here that is just on the soap. So it's a little faster and it can go to multiple islands and pick up soap that way. I also added another ship of the line. Just checking our thing here. So we have some beer here. You can see it's still
a settlement.
Going crazy. Now, people have been settling all over the place. And here is another one. I think they just settled, like, I don't know exactly where. They're settling all over the place, though, and I'm not a fan. So I noticed that I don't actually have much brick production. I have this island and I have my main island of Ditchwater, the only 2 that can do this. So, in order to compensate, I have occupied this island here with 3 clay pits. Now, a little backstory is that in a previous game that I played with a friend of mine, we had this exact island and we set it up to basically make all the bricks for our empire, and it was dubbed Clayland. So in honor of that, this is new Clayland. And I will get to this eventually. We will build it up. I just wanted to take it right now because I don't want to lose it. I mean, Mercier has already spawned an island up here. It's very close. I don't like it. So the ship's going through. Alright. Now, we do have some quests going on here. So I believe, yeah, this frigate needs to come back over here. And we also have this quest down here we can do.
A great wave is coming. Let it carry you to your dreams.
Alright, so Social Darwinist has expressed his desire to see for himself what Mercier's ideas can translate into. So we just need to pick him up and deliver him right to the right spot.
Is still your inkling of success.
Now, the actual target drop-off place looks like, yeah, it's actually Archibald's lighthouse. So we already sent a ship over here. We'll just wait for it. I also have down here the Endeavor's parked outside Madame Kahina's.
Let's hear your daring tales.
And she actually was selling a lot of cool things here. I picked up this right here, which provides penny farthings to our residents. We actually don't have engineers yet, but when we do, I will provide these. This is a duration of 5 minutes, so this will be good to like a good spike of income when we get there. But it was really cheap, and so I decided to pick it up. She was actually selling an item that gave alcohol, like gave beer to residents in a town hall. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's perfect. And I went to pick it up and accidentally hit the re-roll
Surely
button.
the
which is
choice is
unfortunate.
black and white. What with my clean record
No, they're gonna reset.
executing justice.
They're going to reset in a minute, so that's not worth looking at. All right, so the other thing that I want to do, I want to send this down to this area as well. I want these two to kind of start doing the main mission again. And we can start, now that we have a balance that, well, it's not stable, it's still good. It's like still working, and it's a positive balance. I feel comfortable jumping into the story and picking things up again. Mainly because what we really need is more rum. And right now I'm getting my rum exclusively from Madame Kahina. She sells it for 60 coins, and it's okay, but she's not restocking near enough to supply all of our artisans. So that's why we're getting these spikes into the thousands, and then it drops into like the 400, 500 range. Ideally, we want to keep this constantly flowing in and be stable. We don't want to see this number jumping too much. If we actually watch this, I wonder, it's like when their productions are in there, it's stable. But it looks like, yeah, you can see the artisans and the workers are kind of like slightly being tweaked, so they're not steady. We're gonna want to fix that. Additionally, what we can actually do is we can start another production chain for the artisans. There are two things I want to eventually do. One of them is going to be this cannery.
Brought some joy.
Yes, it did.
That really is first rate.
Thanks. So I can make these red pepper farms and produce some artisan kitchen goods, and then a cannery to actually produce the goods they
Is it
need
wrong to want
for
more?
them. I don't have this working right now. Oh, that's right. I actually have some in my warehouse, I think, right? Because I think I got that as a reward, but that's not going to last for long. So that's why I have it disabled here. The other thing we can do is build sewing machines. So I want to actually start placing some of these down just to kind of get an idea. And I figured this is actually a really good area to do some work for this kind of thing. So what I'd like to do is actually get the sewing machines up first. And I think I'm going to do this with a little gap. And that way we can actually block it in with some ornaments later. We'll see that in a later episode. But I can do this for now. And I'm actually just going to build this to go. It's going to use...
And there.
It's going to use wood and iron, or yeah, the steel input, to produce our sewing machines. And we have right now, let's see, tons of wood. I mean, we're capped up on wood. And we also have a really good amount of steel because we aren't using the full productivity of these three. And we still have another one we can activate if we really need to, but we're good here. So that'll start rolling in sewing machines, and that will give us even more coins. And then we also want to build up our cannery good. And actually, this island produces red peppers. We could do the red peppers on... oh man, Clayland. I guess is the only other one that can do it. But I think Ditchwater's fine. It's going to use iron ore and farms essentially. So I'm gonna blueprint the canneries here. So maybe like, let's see. I want to actually do. Actually, could I think I'm gonna lower this road and kind of cut it off from here because I don't necessarily want these guys going to there. Just because that's like a waste of effort. You can see these guys are going all the way instead of just getting it from this this warehouse here. I don't know why they decided to do that. So let's build the canneries like so. I'm just gonna put down 2 for now for each of them. Actually, this is the kitchens. Let's do the cannery like this. And I believe with this kind of a ratio, it's gonna be a little awkward, but essentially, it's almost 1-to-1, not quite, and we can actually build an extra excess of the goulash, which is probably not a bad thing to do either. We can get a more perfect ratio later on, and I can figure out what I want to do with this whole section here. But I think that's good for now. Make sure we have our first sewing machine coming in. The other thing I need to do is build up these cattle farms and red peppers. We need one of each for every artisan kitchen, and I think I only want to build one starting. So like one kitchen, one cans. I think I need to build 2 kitchens because this is less time. We'll be waiting on it, so probably need to build 2 of these. So let's start by doing a red pepper farm. And I think what I want to do is put this farm... We could put it over here, actually. And this would be kind of a good spot for it. So we could do something like... put them both like that. Get this kind of... Oh, these are actually a lot smaller than I thought they were. Which is a good thing. What if we did this? And just kind of like... Just fill in this this edge corner here, so we don't have to worry about that. Maybe up like there. We need to have a way to get out, so in here maybe something like that. That also gives us a little room to grow this way. Put this warehouse, this is right there. And connect it up there. And then we have the animal cattle farm. So I'm going to put that right here. Remember, animal farms have the potential for silos. So we want to make sure we have at least that gap for the silo that we can put down. But I think... let's move this up here. 1. Oh, no, don't move. There we go. Let's see. If I have that... It's not quite what I wanted to do. I'm trying to get this all nice and neat, and it's just not quite working the way I like it. So this can't go down a little bit lower, but it can go right there. No, I don't like the way that looks. That's kind of weird. I was trying to see if I could fit it in nicely there, but that's looking a little awkward to me. So I'm going to do it like this. Do 3. And then I think we can do... Oh, it's only 4, is it? Oh, okay. So if it's only 4, then I guess we just plop this like that. Sure. We can build the silo. And just attach to the side there. And there's 2 right there. So actually what I'm going to do is build... I just want to build 3. So let's just do across from it. Just to have a little extra. You know, never hurts. Oops. That's kind of neat too, having a little gap there. Yeah, we'll just make it mirror. That's fine. So I'm just going to do this to make sure we have enough, even though this should be producing, because I haven't done the math on the grain. And I want to make sure we don't overuse it. We can build these 2. We're going to need to make a lot more farmers as well. Get this in there. So there's that setup. Then this should only use artisans. So there are 2 kitchens in our house, or our cannery there. So cannery should be producing goods. And these should be producing as well. So there we go. Nice. How are these guys doing? All right, let's click this guy.
The locals say that trading ship over there belongs to a stranger. Maybe that's the supplier.
All right, so we're gonna tackle this mission
ready?
here. Follow the smuggler. So in order to do this, I just need to stay within this green radius, this outside radius here. But I can't get too close because we're following him, right? So if I get within this green circle, and let me actually do this with one of these ships real quick. You'll see it'll actually turn red, and it'll say, if I can get in there. Let's say you have 20 seconds to leave the area, right? So get out of there, otherwise he'll see you or whatever. So I'm just gonna keep tailing him on this outside area here. This is part of the reasoning I wanted behind making sure everything was stable before this episode, is because now that my balance, it's not 1,000, but it's not going below like 500 or so. It's always positive. That way I don't need to worry about this while I'm doing this mission here. Do I have anything else outstanding here? Oh, I never picked up
First class.
this guy.
Her Majesty has little patience. I'd skip.
Oh, I got a little close there, huh?
The more you can. Always try to get at the root of a problem.
Okay, so I picked up this guy. Just drop him off over here.
Sheets and braces.
Go back to here.
Moving
So imagine if I was trying to do that and also fix my money problems all the time. Right now I've even dropped to 260, but I'm still positive.
fleet
Should be
forward.
okay. A little hesitant, but oh, it keeps dropping. What's the issue here? Maintenance. Artisans are kind of bouncing a little.
Fleet commencing escort.
It's alright, it should be fine. Oh, see, there it goes, back up. I'm sure it was like waiting on some beer or something like that, and then as soon as it
Moving to
hits, it goes
coordinates.
back up again. So we want to make sure that those stay stable as long as we can. See, now it's already bouncing back into the 400s.
Fleet
And as soon
moving
as
on.
rum gets there, it'll also bounce again. So that's good. Oh, we should turn our cannery on as well. We'll do that in a minute.
Stations. Coordinates plotted.
The foul scent of a killer. We cannot let him escape.
You can rely on us.
Who have we here? Samuel Good's child. Want to go down with your father, do you?
He freely admits to his crime. Get him!
You're too late. I was just a spark. And the touch paper is already lit.
No! He is dead. It cannot end here. We have no answers. It's empty. Endless cloaks and masks.
It is father's diary. Quickly, what does he say?
All right, so we've run into a mysterious figure and suddenly found our father's diary. So I'm actually going to start heading back now to Madame Kikina's here, and I'm going to read this diary on the way. Ooh, war. Interesting. All right, was that my schooner?
no
It
reports
is. It's got my rum. Oh, that dropped a little bit more than I was expecting. Let's also turn this on before I forget. We need to activate this. That'll give us even more artisans. And let's open that diary and read what it says.
Of course. The island over which he was accused of treason. That is what they are after. No doubt father thought this symbol germane. If anyone can interpret it, Madame Kahina can.
My island, Prosperity, is sold. That is all I can puzzle of my arrest. In present circumstances, shackled between these cold gray walls. Tomorrow, I resolve to make my case again to Mr. Bleakworth. Today so cruelly refused me a proper explanation. Now I must try to sleep, and can think of nothing but my poor Hannah and the other, so far distant. With daybreak comes clarity. Prosperity was sold to the infamous rebel Sarmento, and I must be the last to have heard of it. The Queen, the nation, is up in arms, that the jewel of the New World is lost. The guards, from who I heard all, thought me playing some trick. Yet it is I who am tricked, duped of my island by persons unknown. Although it can only be the same persons that came to me one ominous day, masked and embroidered with eldritch symbols. They pressed me towards the sail, but I shut the door. Hard, I tell you, and bid them good day. I'll answer her in a second. I have today begun the process of gathering evidence in my defense. Hannah was here, though they did not let her stay long. She gives me hope that a full and unmitigated pardon is possible. Years of loyalty count in my favor, but the very idea that I may have betrayed my queen weighs heavily upon me. Even if the dark clouds of scandal pass, they may forever have damaged our family's prospects. Alright, what's going on over here? Ooh, oh, that's right. We didn't build a workforce to compensate for all the stuff we added. Well, let's fix that. Maybe something like, ooh, how far away from the market? Yeah, because with the workforce down, that means these are going to all operate at less efficient productivity. And that might lead into issues down the road. But why is it so low? Finance. What do we got? Do we have goods coming in? We don't have any rum, but that's fine. These guys all have their
better.
These guys all have their other stuff. Anything over here going
It's
crazy?
what we're
No,
in
these
it
guys are
for.
perfectly fine. Mostly a little perplexed that it dropped so low. Maybe the expenses really did shoot up with all of these new buildings, and I didn't really expect it to. But I thought maybe like this is 500 maintenance, right? But I thought perhaps that like the coins for all these houses would offset that. Anyway, it's not terribly bad right now, and it seems like it's okay. And there's gonna be rum coming in, so I'm gonna go back to the main adventure here. So we have.
I dream of some kind of news.
Frigate first class.
So get a little closer here.
Welcome to the Emporium Exotique.
There's that same item I bought before.
I can tell you're searching for something.
Yeah.
The mark of the Perforion. This sign of fire is reserved for those they wish death upon.
Steady,
I never
Alphonse.
knew your father was mixed up with the Perforion. A grave malevolence. You may be wild, child, but don't go to the New World. Don't rouse the dragon from its slumber.
The
Interesting.
diary may not be enough in itself to convince Sir Archibald,
Fleet awaiting orders.
but it may give him food for thought.
All right, so we've been warned about the New World and the new threat,
Sensation!
the Perforians. So we're tracking down our father's murderer, this group of masked cultists or something, and we'll find out what they're doing here in a bit. I don't think we're going to be stopped just because Madame Kahina told us that there's a bit of a threat. Did we drop off that rum? Seems like we did. And we are shooting back up. How are these guys? Oh, no connection to harbor. Right, duh. That's why I had this there. In my mind, it was fine. Oh, they all got ruined. That was too late. Alright, let's build those back. Hopefully these guys are...
We make the best of what we are.
I didn't think they were close enough to the market, which I don't think they are. But, if we build this into a better road, they might be. Some anarchists are coming in. What do they want? Effects sewing machines, bicycle factory, and the lantern smith. Productivity plus 35%. Well, I mean, that's not bad. Plus, they're giving us quite a bit of cash. And reputation with these two is not too bad. Mercier is already an ally, so losing a little reputation is not bad at all with that.
Not the biggest contract I've executed.
You're welcome.
It's our human rights. Well, enjoy the cage you've built for yourself.
Oh, these are going together. Okay.
Attention
These-
for the Admiral.
And just travel on your own. This is a little faster than the frigate, so if you split them up, they'll travel at different speeds, and that's fine. Hey, look at our island that we haven't done anything with yet. Eventually, we'll want to do furs and stuff like that, but we need some New World supplies for it. And actually, part of the reason I'm rushing to the New World is because I want to build rum, and I can't build it without some supplies from the New World, like sugarcane. Same thing with furs. I can't do this without cotton. So the sooner I can get there and get that done, the better I'm going to be. Seems as well that like our beer supply, it's actually kicking up and we're doing fine. I'm still short on workers? Really? Give me more, give me more.
What is it you are bringing? This symbol is a death threat, but Her Majesty received one identical upon a plain envelope with a stamp from the colonies. We still don't know how your father was involved in all this, but I fear the answer lies west. Your father sold prosperity to the leader of the rebels, Isabel Sarmento.
Sarmento's last location is all we have. We need to plan our expedition route carefully.
These fabled lands exist after all.
Alright. Well, it looks like Archibald Blake's place. Use their mounted cannons here to take care of a pirate passing by. So I'm going to pick up with wherever that pirate was doing. And let's...
Stations!
Oh yeah, both these guys came to deliver stuff. Have I finished this? Yes.
New
A little
orders,
closer here.
Admiral.
Hello?
Have you acted on behalf?
There we
I
are.
can give you the dental key, but you must reach into the mouth and twist.
Oh, another quest immediately after. Yeah, sure, let's do it. A little destruction
Have
quest.
you heard the expression, a stitch in time saves 9?
Ah.
Your autonomy is admirable.
So this is just a clipper and schooners, so I'm just going to send one frigate there to deal with him. Meanwhile, what did we get over here? Oh, just an old pirate hat. That's
Steady her course.
alright, I guess. We can just sell it.
I
Anything
present
in
my
here?
humble duty to you.
Marketplace and bank. Movement speed on sailing ships isn't bad, but I don't think it's really worth the money
Bring
right
in
now.
the ropes.
Let's just
Duty
sell
done.
this real quick.
Time for a kip.
It's not really that much. You notice he also is selling pocket watches and sewing machines now.
Sir
Since we've
Archibald gives his...
increased our production values with him. Let's actually come back over here. I built these, right? Yeah. So we have some guns going for us. That's really nice. Gives us a little more defense. We'll probably make more defenses than the other islands. We have plenty of weapons that we can send over there, but for now, it's fine. Yeah, we need that Rome to be stable, because watch how amazing this is going to be. It just drops us completely back in. Oh, you know what? Or is it the royal taxes that went up that might be hurting me? I wonder. The labor pool of the artisans just peaked. Hold up. Do I want to do this? Alright, 40. Let's see what happens when I do this. So if I drop these guys back down.
Don't think we'll play the sheep.
They're back down here. Yeah, that's like 300 taxes. Okay. Let's leave that alone for now, just because, like, that's really not worth it. In fact, I don't actually need these to be here in that case. Yeah, when I increase the when I increase this food production here, it increased the number of artisans as well, which then affects how many there are on the island. So until I get Rome stabilized, I think I want to leave it just below, so I'm not.
It's 4 hours in a row.
Oh.
Time to stretch your legs.
Yeah, 4 hours in a row, but it's really like 1 because I had to keep going back. I actually lost a save because I forgot to record the audio, but it's whatever it is. I'm also going to start this expedition here. Let's see what we got. So the expedition, finding Isabel Sarmento.
Preparation.
The island of prosperity appears to be the cause of your father's troubles. He was accused of selling it to Isabel Sarmento, the leader of an independence movement. Despite her opposition to the Queen and Empire, Sir Archibald believes that that if her hideout can be found, it's possible she may be willing to cooperate. So on this, we have rations, navigation, naval power, and hunting. So to sign a ship, I'm just going to put on the sea cucumber.
I'll never get
on the ships.
seasick.
We have huge naval power. This should be good to do. And let's see what else can we do here. We could also increase our naval power more, but we don't really need to do that. What do we have here? We have crafting, faith, medicine, and diplomacy. Now it's something we need to do. Sometimes these give you really good stuff for those things. There's also rations. We can get there. Let's see. Fur would be hunting, but we don't have that. It's because that's even more rations. I'm thinking this also provides hunting. Let's take some clay. Let's see. What else would be good here? I do want to take some steel, because when we get there, we'll want to have some. Actually, let's not put the steel on this. Let's send another one right after we arrive. Well, that's fine. And then I don't believe any of the products I produce. Oh, that actually provides hunting. Interesting. Let's put that on instead. I don't know why we'd want glass, but I'll send it over. Why not? And I think the last thing, we'll probably just put some rations on there. And I think this is pretty good because it also gives us medicine as well. A little dual bonus. And is there anything in here that I want to... Distillery guy. No, I think that's fine. Let's just start the expedition. We don't have navigation, which is almost certain, but hopefully this will still make it through just fine. So that's going to start heading out once it gets our supplies. Get out of the way. Move. All right. We can get navigation from other things like I think.
I'm here if you
Sometimes
ever
he'll
need a
sell-
steady, albeit somewhat arthritic hand to guide you.
Sometimes he'll sell some. There'll be, different people in here with different things that they have. So like, medicine, diplomacy, and sometimes there are some items from here.
You're
that'll do it.
looking for something, and I can help you find it.
Bonus income from shops, beer, rum, and champagne. But it's temporary, so. Anyway, I think that's gonna be a good start there. Just checking the time of the video. I think we got another couple minutes to go. So, what happened? Why is this
We
down?
put our
Fish? Are we short on fish? We are. Oh, man. Well, good thing we have this other one ready to go. Let's actually turn off.
I'll put my feet
I know it's
up.
kind of weird. It's only 10. It's 20. What's a good one? These are both artisans. I'm just trying to think of like what can we produce, because essentially what's happening is that with one fish gone, like it's at 99% or something like that, it's dropping us to 9 out of 10, which means that all of these houses are now losing one farmer, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, it's losing, I don't know, like 45 farmers or something. So now that they're starting to come back, we have these fisheries going. You can see I immediately went from like negative like 90 to like 20, like plus 20. So that's gonna be good.
I'm hot.
These
and
will
bothered.
go up a little bit as well.
Thought I was off to...
So I also want to just see if I can get this a little bit closer to the market with some roads. How's this? Okay, there we go. That fixed that problem. And then that'll give them a bit more, so we can activate this one as well. We just don't want this to go too far down. Yeah. All right. Artisans look like they're doing all right. They're full up on all of their happiness and needs. I like it. We're doing pretty good now. We got a balance that's positive. Some islands that are doing well. How's Sojourner doing overall? Still negative 136. That's all maintenance.
I'm confident
really.
it's ready to go.
Oh, what do we got?
Do this your own way. No, really. Perceive it in whatever way you wish.
Interesting. Propaganda quests.
It's important to be true to oneself.
So your propaganda quest
Make no illusions.
says
What you are asking of them is difficult.
1
It
anarchist
takes
propaganda. Okay. So I have nothing in here yet, but I could replace one. Flying machine. Well, that's cool. Workforce or riot chance. Needs consumption up by 25. Income minus 10. Both of these sound terrible. Like, I don't need the workforce. I'm not making a lot of income anyway, so minus 10% of my income. I feel like the propaganda. Let's do this one. Let's vigilance. Let's do this one.
Too severe.
And then
Not at all.
to offset the needs consumption, I could actually just throw this in here. Austerity.
You won't hear a peep from me.
And that's only a negative 5%. And then, actually, we could do even more if we wanted to. This is kind of interesting because I'm not sure if I like doing it, but we could also do, like... I don't like depending on this income, but we could just
If you insist,
throw it in there.
Too much truth too soon might stop change from happening.
Interesting. Very interesting. How is this going? Don't I have a ship on the way to this? Ah, it's just chilling out in the middle of
Frigate
nowhere.
first
What the heck? What the heck, man? How long do I have? Oh, this is part of his actual quest, so that's fine. There's no time limit on that. That's nice.
Where are my charts?
Has the ship left for this yet? No, it's Still leaving. So you can see it's just headed south as it's going through the bottom here. The New World is down towards the bottom left of the screen here. I am so glad that Ann Harlow is a ceasefire with me right now. I am passing a gunboat, and I think there's another frigate that's going by on this side. There it is.
Their
Jeez.
blood will beat while your heart still does.
I'll get to these guys eventually. How am I doing in diplomacy with everybody anyway? See, I got Ann to 20, which isn't bad at all. I'm barely hanging on with Vicente, and I'm just really worried about doing anything with him. That's a lot. Quests?
I give the orders as and when I see
okay.
fit.
Okay, sure. He does not want to do any trade rights, though. How's Beryl doing? Medium high. Again, I don't really like the medium high. Do you have a quest?
You'll get the job done, and done well.
Oh, collection quests
You
are
hear?
brilliant. I love them.
Got to do what we can to get by.
And with Anne, how about you? Medium high flatter, near certain on the gift. Let's do
Because
that.
everyone knows pirates like doubloons.
Yes, they do. There you go. And still no chance on a peace treaty, but she's pretty nice with the giving me the non-aggression pact, so that's good. Let's see. Am I here?
We assist however
Just
we
dropped off some rum, so that's gonna spike that up again in a second. Or unless it was already good, I don't know. Again, once we get that rum stable, everything's gonna be great.
Fleet awaiting orders.
I
Let's see.
find the suspense terrible.
Oh, I didn't mean to grab both of these guys. And actually,
You can rely on us.
pull this one here. Let's send you out to go get these items. All right. And I think this is actually a pretty good spot to wrap up this episode. We got a lot done with the campaign, and we're on our way to finding Isabel Sarmento. So in the next one, I think we're going to be just beefing up our islands here, getting our production chains a little bit better. We might actually start building up some of the other islands that we haven't talked about yet, and just kind of waiting for that journey, that expedition to be underway and complete. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you have any comments about how I could do better with this island or anything about the game that I'm missing, because I'm not by any means perfect at it, just let me know. I love hearing them, and I'll try to answer them as quick as I can and see if I can make improvements to our wonderful island of Ditchwater. All right, see you guys in the next one. Bye.